All right, it's the last week of January, and we done finally made it to where the temperatures are freezing at night, and it's over freezing during the day, but under 45 degrees. So let's see, can we tap this maple and get a little syrup? All right, so I went on Amazon and got me a tree tapping kit. Came with this hose here, collection bucket, a spile, I think is how you say it. This is what you actually put into the tree to get the syrup out. Came with a pre-drilled top, so you can just stick the tubing into there. Put your lid on and collect it. Want nothing to get inside, no dirt, dust, debris, none of that. Got my drill here. It also came with this drill bit, which is 7/16, which I've read is supposed to be pretty standard. And I got a tape measure, so we make sure that we're 4 feet off the ground where we tap at. All right, this is my first time doing this, so supposedly this is everything I'm gonna need to get the job done. This tubing came with the kit, this collection bucket, the spile that's inside of there, if that's how you say it, and that 7/16 drill bit. So, looks simple. Let's see, can we do it? All right, so what you do is you get your bit to measure how deep you need it to go in the tree. That's about right there. And generally, from what I read, you want to do around an inch to an inch and a half. I measured this 1 5/8 inches, so we're gonna roll with it. Yeah, I don't got white tape, so you know what I'm saying, you gotta do what you gotta do out here in these streets. All right, that's that. Ready to go. All right, this is my first time doing this, so I'm excited. See if I can actually get some syrup out of the tree. But we're gonna figure out today. All right, so what you wanna do is measure 4 feet up. Boom, that's there. I'm gonna put a little mark on it with my marker here. Just a little dot right there. Boom, okay. All right, then when you drill in, say, you wanna be at a slightly upward angle. So I'm gonna drill it until it hit this part of the tape. Then we're gonna get the spile. We're gonna hit it in. All right, slight angle. All right. See the hole? All right, let's get the spile. Thing I forgot to mention is, gotta make sure you have a rubber mallet. You don't want to get a metal hammer and slap in there and crack it. Let's see. All right, that's in there. Hopefully correctly. Got my tubing gonna run from here. So I probably cut it there. Let me get something to cut it with. All right, got my tube cut. Good. All right, note to self, might want to get the tube on before you hit it in. Maybe warm it up a little bit or something. It's going, but it's a little challenge. All right, I think it's seated on there pretty good. Yeah, the spine won't easily come out. I just don't know if it's not good enough, but it seems that it is. All right, it's on there. It's in the bucket. And since my tree is the size that it is, and what they say is the hugging method, like I can't reach around and put my hands, it's big enough for you to put two taps in it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add one more tap, and you want to do it, I believe, not above or below it, but maybe at like an angle. So the second tap might be over here somewhere. So we're in this area over here. Probably like a little adjacent to it, but not directly across from it. So at a slight angle, and then we'll put the second tap over here. Let's do that. All right, on this one, I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna try to decrease my angle that I went upward at, just to try something different. Like I said, it's my first time, so I don't know what's gonna work or not. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit less of an angle going upward, but still have an angle. Also, they say don't blow out the hole. That's another thing that I did read too. So, oh yeah, look, I'm about to make the mistake again. Let's try to put the holes on here before we put it on. That's what I said might help. Okay. Yeah, that went on better. All right, got it on there. Let's tap it in. Also, I think I got that one in a little deeper. So, hey, one of these bad boys can work. Okay, tool let here we go. I need you to stay in there. All right, first year trying it, 2 taps in. Let's see what we get. Stay tuned for part 2. All right, we're back for part 2. It's the middle of February, and as of now, besides the little breeziness today, the weather has changed over. So, as you can see, I don't have no syrup in my buckets. But you know, it's cool. I ain't gonna trip about it. I think I'm gonna try again next year, but I would definitely like some advice or whatever you can give me in the comments from any of y'all serve experts to tell me why. I don't know if I didn't drill far enough, if I just suck at it or what. But yeah, I appreciate you checking me out, and we'll try again next year.